look, she said, like something about a nigga being gay or need to question himself. And then I'm going, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna say something like that?
And then you said?
And then I thought about it, and I said, when I thought about it, I said, oh no, this bitch think I'm gay because I let her lick my ass.
I can't believe we're circling back to those down low rumors about 50 Cent, but here we are. And guess who's stirring the pot this time? Allegedly, Auntie Vivica Fox is back in the mix, and Sis is not holding her tongue. She's coming hard, saying 50 needs to quit pointing fingers when he's not so squeaky clean himself. Now, I don't know if they're throwing shade behind the scenes or what, but word is Vivica's done playing nice with Curtis. She's not keeping quiet anymore, especially not when it comes to those whispers about him living a double life. And for real, can we just ask the question at this point, are there even any straight men left in Hollywood? Because every other week somebody else is getting outed or exposed, and I could have sworn folks used to say 50 was the last one standing. So what's really going on with all these rumors? Honestly, this ain't even new tea. It's been steeping for years. If you've been paying attention, you already know. There was this old blind item that called out 50, yeah, the half-dollar rapper, saying he'd be out here complaining about other rappers' parties, but then hosting the same exact kind. According to the source, there's plenty of hugging, from the front and the back. But wait, it gets messier. Singer Rufus Wainwright once openly said he had a thing for 50. He said, "I think he's just the sexiest and a brilliant writer, and I know he's gay." That cute little voice of his. It's okay, 50 Cent. Feel free to call me anytime. My boyfriend and I are experts. You can come over for dinner and maybe dessert. Whew. And don't forget, the game also threw some slick shade back in the day, hinting that 50 likes a strong backstroke every now and then. You already know what that's implying. Then there was that whole messy moment when 50 tried to drag his ex, Daphne Joy. After rumors popped off about her being linked to Diddy, he tried to clown her, saying Diddy had her head gone and that she was freaky. But Daphne snapped back hard on Instagram. She clapped back, saying, "We moved to New York to give you the opportunity to be a father. You saw your son 10 times in 2 years while living 1 mile away." Then she really dropped the bomb, writing that folks should be worried about the real issue, hinting that 50 was moving just like Diddy behind closed doors. She ended with, "You are no longer my oppressor, and my God will handle you." From that moment on, she said it was over, for real this time. Daphne Joy let it all out, saying 50 had officially destroyed the last bit of hope she had in him being a real father and holding their family together. Her words were straight up cold. "You've broken our hearts for the last and final time." And when you tie that in with the years of whispers about 50 allegedly being on the down low, it's no wonder Auntie Vivica Fox is still standing on her claims. Let's rewind. Vivica first dropped that bomb after 50 reposted a wild message from a shady blog called At Industry on Blast, which said Empire was losing viewers because of too many celeb cameos and too much gay content.
Just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. So
you mean sometimes if people protest too much about something,
yes,
there's the fire is happening right there in front of them.
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
That post claimed 3 million people ditched the show overnight. It even asked, "Did you watch it? We couldn't take all the extra gay stuff or the celeb overload last night." Instead of staying out of it, 50 chimed in and added his own slick comment aimed at Taraji P. Henson. He wrote, "Empire's TV ratings took a huge hit. Okay, I'll stop now. Cookie, call me baby. I'll tell everybody to watch the show for you." LOL, like, was that supposed to be funny? But then, boom, he deleted it. And just like that, his team scrambled to do damage control. His reps released a statement saying Mr. Jackson only reposted the blog and didn't realize the full content until later. Once he saw the parts he didn't agree with, they said, he took it down immediately. They insisted the post did not reflect his actual views. Still, Vivica wasn't buying it. She went straight savage on Watch What Happens Live and basically outed him on national TV. She didn't even blink. She was like, First of all, the pot calling the kettle black. That's all I'm saying. And when they pushed her to explain, Vivica said 50 just had something about him that seemed off, like not everything added up. Then she brought up that magazine cover, the one where 50 was posted up looking extra cozy with Soulja Boy. That visual alone had folks talking. Vivica added more spice on Twitter, tweeting, "Boom! That was for my Doc Empire Season 2 family. Drops Mike Child." Oh, she was heated. Of course, 50 and Soulja Boy weren't gonna let that ride. Soulja Boy clapped back first, throwing straight shade by posting an unflattering pic of Vivica with the caption, "Everybody hit up this cougar. She's single and ready to mingle. Granny desperate for attention. I'm washed up." Then 50 reposted the same photo and doubled down with his own caption, like it was a tag team roast. Oh no, he really said that? 50 Cent went full clown mode online, mocking the whole situation with a wild post. "Now she thinks I'm gay because I let her lick my behind. LMAO. Wait, I didn't want her to, she forced me. My hands were tied, 50 shades of gray." Seriously? He was doing the most. And that wasn't even the end of it. He threw up more pics of Vivica, including one with a shady caption that said, "Remember when you told me screw Halle Berry and you could have played all her roles better? And I just looked at you like, what did you take?" Like, dang. 50 really came out swinging, but apparently Vivica's not done either.
Oh, he was absolutely the love of my life, and I have no problem admitting that. But last year, there was just some awful misconceptions about our relationship. So that's when I started the book. And I had always protected Curtis for the longest time. There were things about our relationship that I always protected it because in my heart, I always still loved him. I always will have a very special place in my heart for him.
Behind the scenes, folks say she's still talking and even threatening to spill more dirt on Curtis. Allegedly, she's not letting this kettle black stuff go anytime soon. Something must have gone down between them to spark this kind of fire, because this back and forth is wild. Now here's where things get messy. Some people are saying Vivica's only pushing this whole down-low storyline because she's still bitter, or worse, still hung up on him. And honestly, there might be some truth to that. Over the years, Vivica hasn't exactly kept it low-key when it comes to her feelings for 50. In that Vlad TV interview, she flat out said he still holds a special place in her heart. Then, on Wendy Williams back in 2018, she admitted she was still attracted to him and called him the love of her life. Yep, even after all that drama. And just recently, in a 2023 sit-down with Sherry Shepherd, Vivica said she'd actually be open to giving 50 another shot, comparing it to J-Lo and Ben Affleck getting back together. She really said that? It's not the first time she's called him the love of her life either. She said it multiple times in public. But at this point, come on. It might be time to let that chapter close for good. Especially since 50 doesn't seem to be on the same page at all. He's even said he wished they'd never dated. He once posted a clip from the 2003 BET Awards, showing the exact moment he first shot his shot at Vivica during his acceptance speech for Best New Artist, basically saying he regrets the whole thing. And then came the final jab. 50 Cent posted a throwback clip with the caption, "I look back at some of the ish I did, I gotta learn to shut up. Look at that. Look at the end. That's trouble. Trouble indeed." 50's been on Vivica's neck for years now. Back in 2016, he took it too far when he posted a side-by-side photo of Vivica and Raji Narayanezing, a woman who suffered major damage from botched plastic surgery. He captioned it with, "I don't know why people would want to cross me. I'd stay out of my way if I wasn't me, because I'm gonna keep winning. I think they do it for attention, then get more than they want. I told y'all Power was the show to watch, not Empire." LOL, that one had folks shook. But it didn't end there. Taraji P. Henson came through for Vivica, calling 50 out and telling him to use his platform to uplift, not tear down women, especially his own ex and innocent people like Raji. She even hinted that his negative energy might be why Power kept getting snubbed at the Emmys, while Empire was scooping up nominations. Even when Vivica got her recent BBL, 50 couldn't keep quiet. Rumors started flying that he wanted to spin the block and get back with her, but 50 shut it down real quick. "Hell no," he said. Now, The only time he's ever spoken somewhat kindly was when someone asked him about Vivica's soft spot for him. He said he wasn't bothered by her comments and admitted their connection was real. In his words, "I'm never bothered when she says that. It's the timing. When we interacted, we weren't really aware of everything going on. She always says she would have kept it private, but it got messy. Her publicist saying, 'Do this.' Other people pulling her in different directions. It wasn't even her decision." So now everybody's asking, why does Vivica keep calling 50 the love of her life, even after all the drama and shade? And if she truly still holds him down like that, why is she also out here throwing fire about him allegedly being on the DL? Something's clearly going on behind closed doors, and we don't have all the pieces yet. But one thing's for sure, it's messy. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Juicy Scoop TV for all the latest tea you don't want to miss.